Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So, of course, I'm here to talk about Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 10. We are moving further along. When they do the halfway, still to come, you know that we've made our way through majority of the BS, right? This is going to be a quick video. Just going to focus on the few couples that we have. We got just 4 couples and just going to give like a brief summary of what we saw during this episode. I think I want to start with Steve and Noi because they seem to be I'm not going to say boring, but the most stable couple. So Noi is still on edge about Steve not having a job. And what I have noticed with people, and I get this because I come from very humble beginnings, and a lot of people, like family included, where when you come from that level of humble beginnings like Noi has come from, stability comes from a job, right? Like 9 to 5, you could be making minimum wage. All they want to know is that you got some form of money coming in. So they don't look outside of the box. Like my father was very much of a 9 to 5, work type of person. So you can't just say to them, oh yeah, I decided to take a break, to just free my mind. You can't say those things to them because in their mind, if you're not working a 9 to 5, you're broke. And that is what Noi thinks when it comes to Steve, is that we won't have stability, not knowing Steve's financial situation. Steve works in a field. He works in a field that is very high demand and also remote, and also has the flexibility of coming on and on when he wants, right? And Noi's not familiar with that because Noi's field is more 9 to 5. So she's working from home and things, but it's more 9 to 5. It's more, structured, traditional type of job and career. Steve has made it already very clear. You're not covering my part of the finances. The only difference between me and a person that's working 9 to 5 is that I am at home more. I have more free time. Do you want him going into the office where he could be making potentially less, but because you see a check coming in that you feel comfortable, but now your relationship is suffering because he may not have as much free time with you? Steve gives me that someone that has a very significant savings, right? Because the field that he's in, it pays significantly. So he gives me where, okay, probably did contract work, whatever the case may be, worked for quite a bit of time, had enough savings, and it's like, I'm going to free myself. I encourage that, honestly, for everyone. Like, we're not our parents' generation where we have to work 40, 50 years without any form of a break. If your 401k is doing what it's supposed to do, your IRA is doing what it's supposed to do, your savings is doing what it's supposed to do, it's okay for someone who has done all of these things and who has enough in these savings and in these different accounts to say, you know what, to free my mind, let me take a break. As Mark told us, Mark said during the after show a couple of episodes ago that he did the same thing Steve did was take a break. And sometimes that break is needed. Like, it's needed. I would encourage everyone to do that. Take a break, especially if you know you're going to be working till you're 60, 70 years old, right? Like, take a break if you can, only if you can afford it. Steve gives me that he can afford it. Steve's savings account may be 10 times larger than Noi's. But all she knows is that you're not doing a 9 to 5, so therefore you're broke. Which is basically what she's insinuating with her, oh, I don't want to be the one that's picking up. I want a 2-person household, after he said over and over and over again, his finances are straight. He can afford to live comfortably. He can afford to cover bills for not just him, but for you as well. But you're not hearing that. And I blame that on your humble beginnings that is stopping you from hearing that. So that's regarding them. Let's go on to the next couple. Next couple I want to go on to is Mark and Lindsay. Mark and Lindsay, as we've already know, Lindsay has a big mouth and she talks too much. And you are so concerned about orgasms and all of these things, and you're forgetting that you are with someone that you don't really know like that. It may take some time, Lindsay. Either you're going to be patient or you're going to work on teaching him how to please you. But you belittling his sexual performance, as Dr. Viviana said about, basically being rude about it, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not. It is going to close up shop, if anything. Do better with that. So that's all I want to say in reference to them is, her mouth is just, it is something else. And you, to even speak with your friend in a public and all of these things, like there's a way to relay your message without going so, it's ridiculous. Like it's just, I got an orgasm. Girl, you get you do too much. You do too much. So that's them. Let's go on to Katina and Elijah. Katina, I'm glad that she spoke up, but it's sad that she spoke up, that it was Dr. Viviana that helped her. But I am grateful that Dr. Viviana basically checked O. I'm so grateful that she did that because, and usually I'm not a fan of Dr. Viviana's, style in the past when it comes to these relationships with these couples in previous seasons. But she got O right together. She said what we are all saying, like, where is this mindset coming from of what a wife is and what her duties are? Like, this is not, a 1960s sitcom. Like, where is this coming from? Where did you get this from? You weren't even raised in a marital home. Where are you getting this from? So I'm so glad that she gathered him to realize, like, listen, that mind of yours, not only will it not be right for Katina, it's not going to be right for any woman. It's going to keep you single. So glad that she allowed him, that she spoke about these things. So I'm very much grateful for Dr. Viviana for that. And then, but what makes it sad was that as Katina was breaking down, the look on O's face as if she's such a, like as if why are you being weak and crying right now? Then he flipped it and put out his sympathy where he starts to tear up, right? But it's like, what are you tearing up about? Like, it was so confusing. It was just, I just don't know. But I am hoping that Katina remains strong about this. But I don't see them working. Like, I see them saying yes on decision day, but I can see Katina mentally breaking, right? Like she's not, I don't know. Like, it's just, I like, girl. So then we got Jasmina and Michael. And in reference to Jasmina and Michael, that's like literally where the bulk of my statement comes from. Jasmina is a gaslighter. Jasmina is a gaslighter. Jasmina, you are annoying all of us. And as gorgeous as you are, it is very clear why you are single. Like, it is very clear. Michael is not one of your students that you are teaching in your elementary class, okay? Or, whatever young kids that you're dealing with, he's not that, but yet you're constantly speaking to him like he is. You are constantly demeaning him. You are constantly gaslighting him. And if I was one of his sisters, I would have some words for you the moment I see you, because this is too triggering. You are a deflector and a projector, and you are doing all of this while acting like I'm putting it in, like I'm putting in work. What work are you putting in? I'm perfect. I don't have nothing wrong with me. It's you. You're the one that is aggressive, and we've already seen what she believes is aggressive, right? Which is someone just talking at a regular tone, but because it's not like this, she has a problem with it. That is not aggressive just because he talks very differently than you do. It's not aggressive. What's aggressive is your gaslight attempts. That's aggressive. That would send me over the edge. That would send anybody over the edge. Girl, just admit that you don't like him so we can move on with our day. So we can move on. But I am hoping that the behavior of Jasmina does not cause Mike to shut completely down. Because Mike, there are women out here, like I'm sure in Boston where you guys are at, that would probably love to deal with you after this show. But these constant gaslights, I'm over it. I'm over it. These constant gaslights that you're on, I am like it's so ridiculous. Instead of just saying I don't like him like that. Oh, I need someone to connect with me spiritually, emotionally. Just like you have all of these types of rules. Why the heck did you do this show? Why did you do this show? It's too much. It's too much with her. And I'm over her, honestly, at this point. Every time, the constant eye rolls as he's talking. Like she is no different than Alyssa in the fact of you really don't like the person and you're trying to put the blame off on them. So then therefore you don't look bad. But just like Alyssa, we read through you. It's just that you're a little bit calmer version of Alyssa, right? You're not completely delusional like Alyssa was, but it doesn't mean that we don't read through you. And I am just, oh, I'm so over her. So yeah, so that's my review, honestly. I want to know what you guys think. Like, is Jasmina a gaslighter, or do you think that Michael is a problem? Does Lindsay do too much? You know, these couples, like, is Noi paranoid? Is she paranoid? Or should Steve just get a job? And we all know, as far as Katina needs to go ahead and leave Olajuwon, because that is abuse and he's very triggering. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We're still growing this channel. Like, I'm trying to get more consistent, as you guys are seeing. I'm trying to do more. And I just want to hear your thoughts and speak to you guys soon. Bye.